Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 5 of What If Naruto Find Tobirama Secret Base. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Had the 6-Side Sharingan, so go ahead, check out that and enjoy guys. I also post a brand new series over on Anime King of What If Naruto was sent to the Spider-Man universe, so go ahead, check out that and enjoy. And remember, for new, yes, I indeed have 4 channels which I post What If on every single day. Yes, you heard that correctly, every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and smash that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for your help and your support. So without further ado or wasting more time, what do you say we jump right into this new episode begin now guys? So the last time we left off, the Jonin senseis want to make sure that the kids know how to work with one another, and that include them testing each other in a spar before they went on mission. Team 10 and Team 7 had chosen to take on a joint mission, so they want to make sure that they were able to work with one another. So with that, the Jonins and the kids brought towards a training field. The first person up was Kiba versus Shikamaru, as they stood at the ring to face off against each other. This battle was not too long because Kiba underestimated Shikamaru, believing that he was better. Shikamaru simply used shadow manipulation to capture Kiba, and he was done. The next match was Hinata versus Sakura. Sakura knew how shy Hinata was, so she believed that this would be a quick match for her to prove herself in front of her Sasuke-kun. The moment she stepped forward, she was disarmed and on the ground. Hinata put her down rather easily, showing that she was far stronger than before, and not to mention with the help from the boys, her confidence were skyrocketing. So with that, Naruto was left to face off against Sasuke. Kakashi and Asuma had a bet to who was the best genin of this year. Naruto and Sasuke start a fight. No ninjutsu was used, taijutsu alone, but Naruto dominated the fight. Sasuke was shocked, however Sasuke was finding Naruto as a worthy rival. As the eager of the battle, the quickness, the fast, the pacing, it pushed Sasuke so much that he awakened his Sharingan, shocking his sensei and Asuma. At the end of the day, as the group had gathered up, that being Kurenai, Asuma, and Kakashi. Kurenai had tagged along as she heard about Kakashi losing a bet. The famous Kappy ninja who never lose bets lost a bet to Asuma, as Kakashi had to buy him, well, all he can eat at the restaurant, as Asuma was rather enjoying everything. They were talking about their students and their developments, as they had nothing but good things to say about their students. Things were coming along greatly. The next day though, the teams were ready as Naruto arrived at the location. Arriving there, they were told the layout, as they all got into formation. It did not take them long to start moving as they made their way towards the land of Wave. As they were attacked along the way, both Kakashi and Asuma decided to disengage as they watched the battle. Hinata and Naruto take out their foes while Naruto could do it on his own. He wanted Hinata to be a part of this, making her know that she was a part of the team, as the others brought down their foe. As Naruto did not hesitate to slice the guy right with his blade as he started to bleed out. They turned towards their mission priority, as he dropped to his knees explaining that he lied about the mission. So they had to make a choice. The kids didn't seem like they want to go back. In fact, they want to continue. So they spoke to one another and they agreed to go ahead, with a different formation this time as they made their way. It was not long before they ran into Zabuza, the missing nin, as both Kakashi and Asuma take him on. Asuma was gravely wounded at near the beginning of the battle, so he was knocked out of it as Kakashi was captured. However, the kids were able to pull themselves together and work on a quick plan to free their sensei out of the water. So with that, Zabuza was knocked back by Kakashi. As he was beaten back, Asuma had to be helped up by the girls. As Sakura tended to his wounds, he had been sliced rather badly. Kakashi was not playing around as he knocked Zabuza straight back towards the water, knocking him down, but before he could end his life though, the hunter nin arrived and took the body away as Kakashi had checked the pulse as he couldn't feel the life force, but the hunter nin took the body. However, Kakashi ended up passing out from chakra exhaustion, so Kiba and Naruto helped him up, as Asuma was the one in charge as he gave the order to move towards Kazuna's house. So yeah guys, basically that's what we left off. You guys can switch across and play Chakra for yourself, so we jump right into this brand new episode. Begin now guys. The group had successfully arrived at Kazuna's house. As Tsunami had prepared 2 futons for both Kakashi and Asuma. Given that Kakashi was unconscious and Asuma's leg was still wounded, it had yet to fully heal. However, he was still conscious, thus, he was second in command. We appreciate the hospitality, Tsunami-san. The dark-haired woman blushed at his gaze, as she gave a small bow in respect. Think nothing of it, she said. You saved my father. The least I can do is this. I will prepare dinner for everyone. So, please, get some rest, Shinobi-san, she said, a happy smile on her face. As she proceeded to leave the room, the Genins turned towards their commander, who was now in charge as they waited for orders. Well, not much we can do aside from staying here for a while, at least until Kakashi awakens. Naruto and Shikamaru laid some trap around the house perimeter, then returned. As Naruto nodded as Shikamaru started to complain, making him that I giggle a bit, as Asuma chuckled. If there was one thing that Naruto wished for at the moment, was for his water ability to become public, so that he could use some water whips on Shikamaru every time he said the word troublesome. Once outside, they started to set traps over the area. While watching Shikamaru, Naruto made his way off as he pulled out 4 Fuinjutsu tags of his own making. Aside from storage scrolls, Naruto learned how to draw these tags from Tobirama. Once placed in a specific formation, they can be activated by the user. If any intruder passed through these tags, Naruto would be alerted immediately. Aside from ninjutsu, he found himself drawn to Fuinjutsu. The only problem is he needed to transform into someone else to buy the necessary supplies for the craft, a situation that so far still baffled him when he had went inside one of the shinobi tool shop to purchase. However, he was denied by the store owner. However, when he transformed into a random genin, it was like a flip of a switch. Since that day, he started to transform to go into the shops. He first thought about heading to the Hokage to speak to him about this, but he knew that would just increase the animosity. Plus, he was not certain that the Hokage would even believe him. To this day, the old man had yet to tell him about his status as a Jinchuriki, so going to him and tell him that people refused to sell him because he was a Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi would certainly followed by the third questioning how Naruto was made aware of the fox. In other words, like Shikamaru liked to say, it would just be too troublesome. The next day, Kakashi had still yet to wake up from chakra exhaustion. Asuma's wounds still need more care, as Nami had volunteered to help him heal. Because of his hospitality, he was barred from exiting the house until he was fully healed by Tsunami. He just could not find himself objecting to the kind but nagging care of the woman as he relented, and seeing that the mission was technically still on their way, at least until Kakashi awoken. Asuma was left with 6 genins, with nothing to do, as he could at least usher them away for a while, so that he can focus on recovering fast. Naruto, as Naruto glanced up towards his jonin, since you know a couple of chakra control exercises, you should teach your peers about tree walking. The Uzumaki blinked a couple of times, but he got up and ushered for everyone to follow him outside. Tree walking? What the hell is that? Asuma heard Kiba ask as Naruto told him in a rather comical way. Oh, you'll see, he said. No doubt he's gonna fall a lot. Asuma heard as he turned towards none other than Kakashi, who was awakened. About time you wake up, Kakashi. As Kakashi pulled himself up as he looked towards Asuma. Actually, I awoke in about 2 hours ago. I just did not want Tsumi's daughter nagging at me, like she did to you. Asuma chuckled at that as he got a cigarette. So, what shall we do from here on? Asuma asks. Not sure, but I'm afraid to say that our good friend Zabuza is still amongst the living. As Kakashi confirmed Asuma's suspicions. And now we can be assured that he will not face us alone next time. Asuma took a long drag from his cigarette. He was already regretting taking this mission. Time skip. As Naruto could be seen walking towards the house as he sat down, watching the 5 Genins take part in the tree walking exercise. Well, 6, if you count Akamaru. Naruto had gave Team 7 a quick rundown of the chalk control exercise. Sakura offered her own 2 cents about the application of chakra, even going as far as to supply her teammates with an explanation about chakra usage in ninjutsu and genjutsu. Hinata and Shikamaru had already begun this training before, and Sasuke seemed to look more in tune with this exercise. Though he tried to use his Sharingan to copy Naruto's explanation, but that would not help him too much. Naruto had way more chakra than him. Once the explanation was over, Naruto asked them to pick a tree and mark it with their kunai. As such, he took a nice relaxing seat as he heard Kiba falling on his butt several times. Sasuke and Shikamaru had due to reach significant heights. However, Sasuke was still focused on his Sharingan. Doing so would deplete his reserve at a much faster rate and making the exercise useless. However, the moment his feet lost contact with the tree, he would flip and land on his feet, while Kiba kept on falling on his butt. As far as Shikamaru was concerned, Naruto understood that he had a way of learning techniques. He would go about understanding the own functionality of his chakra flowing through the points in his body, other than just trying to adapt to the jutsu right away. And Shikamaru was not in any hurry, as he was just standing there looking at his hands and his legs. Well, this was easy, Naruto, and you made it sound hard. Naruto glanced up towards the tree, so did everyone else, as Sakura was already up there. As Kiba snarled in anger that he couldn't do it and she could. Hinata was also next to Sakura's tree, as she was on the verge of reaching the top as well. Hinata, Sakura, excellent job. Sakura, from what I can see, your chakra control is the best because of your small reserves. Sakura frowned at that jab, but she kept on listening. You can go up and down the tree until your chakra wear out. That's a fine way to increase your chakra capacity. Sakura released a sigh before she started work. She noticed Sasuke looking at her as her determination exploded as she kept on moving up and down. As Naruto turned to Hinata, who had scratched a tree quite high before she flipped and landed safely down. She was about to go once more when Naruto approached her. Hinata, a moment please, he said. The Hyuga ear nodded as she waited for her genuine commander. As I understand, the Hyuga clan is famous in its knowledge of how the chakra flow through your pathways. I would imagine that you would best Sakura in this exercise. Even if your chakra capacity is much higher than hers, is something wrong? Hinata though merely looked down, as Naruto realized instantly what was wrong, as he almost slapped himself for not thinking before talking. As her insecurities got in her way. I'm sorry, Naruto-kun, she said. I'll try to improve. She flinched as Naruto placed a hand on her shoulder. Upon looking up though, she only saw a gentle smile aimed towards her. While it was not that smile that illuminated her world in the past, it was still able to relax her posture. There is no need to improve something you already know, said Naruto. You just need to show more conviction, that's all. I want you to try again, and this time, do not think if you can do it. I know that you can, said Naruto. She looked in awe for a while before she gripped the kunai more firmly, as she accepted Naruto's advice. This time she activated her Byakugan as she walked towards the tree, and took her first step. As soon as she did so, Naruto smiled as he sensed the correct amount of chakra. She then climbed her tree like a pro, only looking towards the destination. The rest of the Genins came to a stop as they saw her climb the tree with as much expertise as Naruto did before. As she reached the top of the tree, she was shocked, surprised by herself as she looked down from the view. Way to go, Hinata. Congratulations. She blushed at the praise, but her facial expression showed that she was happy at herself, as she was able to do it in the end, and that brought great joy. Shikamaru, said Naruto, what are you doing there? You're just halfway up. Shikamaru looked towards Naruto with a sigh. He found it too troublesome to go any further. Hinata came back down. Naruto-kun, she said, is there something else I can do while the others finish up the exercise? Sure, said Naruto. Why don't you rest a bit? Then I'll teach you water walking. Actually, I believe Sakura could join us as well. As Naruto went towards the males, Shikamaru had called it quits for the day, much to Naruto's complaint. Well, he would learn at his own pace, and if he wanted help, he would ask either Naruto or Asuma. While Sasuke was still having some trouble, Kiba was barely doing so. Sasuke looked at the tree like he was looking at Itachi. It was quite visible what his problem was. You can't be angry like this, Sasuke. Lucia turned towards Naruto. You need to focus on the exercise. Focus on your chakra, focus how it flows through your points. You would tire if you keep up like this. You too, Kiba. Oi, who do you think you are? Naruto turned towards Sasuke with a sigh. Well, you can look at your teammate and do the opposite, said Naruto. As he turned towards the girls. Hinata, Sakura, I think there's a small lake nearby. Why don't you guys follow me? As the two girls nodded and made their way off with Naruto, while the other two were still trying to go at it, as Shikamaru had fallen asleep on the ground. Back at the house, it was already night time as the team was gathered around the dinner table. Kazuna, Asuma, Kakashi, Naruto, Shikamaru were gathered at the table while Hinata and Sakura were helping Tsunami. The woman was enjoying herself immensely preparing dinner as she talked to the two fellow Kunoichis, as it made her feel like remembering back when she was their age in Land of Wave. She would smile as she saw Sakura swoon over the boy that was called Sasuke, the way that Hinata would blush when she was asked about the subject, as Tsunami wanted to hug the cute little Genin. Back at the table, Kakashi was still having trouble moving, and his chakra was completely disarrayed. Asuma injuries already healed, and thus he took command over the mission. Naruto, where's Sasuke and Kiba? As Naruto looked towards Kakashi with a bit of annoyance, still outside trying to finish exercise. Sakura tried talking to them but they're quite stubborn. I don't know if they're trying to outdo each other at this point, said Naruto. Kakashi sighed as he scratched his head. Yes, I believe they are. Having a rivalry is fine and all, but not while on a mission. I do wonder why you thought it was wise to teach water walking to Hinata and Sakura. I did recall Asuma asking you to only focus on tree walking. Kakashi's tone lacked any form of reprimand, so Naruto calmly explained. Seeing that they finished tree walking in record time, I figured that water walking would benefit them. Plus, Sakura needs to increase her chakra capacity. As Naruto was impressed by both of their knowledge in theoretical and practical, as they were able to not sink when they first stepped foot in the water. By the end of the day, the both of them were able to stand on top of the water by, dumbly, regulating their chakra. By his estimate, it will take at least 2 days for them to finish. I see. Well, next time, please run it by me or Asuma before teaching them something too advanced. Naruto merely nodded before he accepted a bowl from Hinata. Once everyone took a seat, Asuma cleared his throat to gather all of their attention. Well, I was hoping that the other two would be here to hear this, but they will hear later. We have reason to believe that Zabuza is still alive. The news was like a punch in the guts, as Naruto heard Shikamaru saying something about the Hunter Nin after he had explained about it. It seems like the Inari was right. But Sensei, how is that possible? Kakashi Sensei did check him for a pulse, Sakura asks. This time Kakashi took over the explanation. Yes, Sakura, I did check and there was no pulse. However, concerning the Hunter's choice of weapon, I believe that he was placed in a life and death state. The Senmon that the Hunter used, striking a specific point of the neck, rendering the opponent unconscious and hard to detect any life. Also, a Hunter Nin job is to dispose of the target body right away. However, instead they took Zabuza's body away. The explanation made everyone shift their mood instantly, especially Tsunami and Tazuna, who were targeted by Gato. Everyone snapped their head as the door snapped open, as a beaten and battered Sasuke and Kiba walked in. In no time they ran towards their respective seats and started to ravish the meal down. I take it the two of you were able to finish exercise, Kakashi asks. They had their mouth full but they ripped a nod at his question. Sasuke and Kiba were then briefed on the news, as Asuma summarized their mission onwards. Okay, Kakashi and I have thought about it, and will remain here to take care of Tazuna, as he finished the bridge. The old man and his daughter visibly relax, as they appreciate Konoha for their effort. However, Kakashi is still in need of recovery, so he will take over the Genin training while me and Naruto guard Tazuna. Zabuza will not attack us right now. You can't simply recover from a death-like state. The body need time to recover. But we'll face him once more along with the Hunter Nin, not to mention the possibility of Zabuza gathering more to his cause. The information made everyone quite tense. The thought of facing others like Zabuza made everyone tense, quite indeed. The next day, while Naruto and Asuma followed Tazuna to the bridge, Kakashi approached Jenny and Four. They are training for the day. Alright, seeing that Hinata and Sakura are already training in water walking, you two will be continuing. I understand that the boys are still due to finish even though they claim that they've already finished. So you three shall continue 3 walking until I test the completion. Hinata and Sakura are already heading towards the lake where Naruto took them yesterday. Sasuke, Kiba, and Shikamaru stood side by side as it was clear that they weren't happy by this command. Hey sensei, we already finished yesterday. Teach us something useful, like a cool jutsu. Kakashi's face remained rather neutral. Well, his eye did. Kiba, I do believe that Naruto explained to you the importance of chakra control, but I can repeat it if you want. Yeah, good chakra control is useful for ninjutsu and stuff, blah blah blah, but we did finish, he said. As Kakashi sighed, hoping that Sasuke did not share this mindset. Debatable, seeing that your chakra reserves were almost depleted last night, having almost none to control is not the same as finishing the chakra control exercise. Now continue. True to Kakashi's theory, Kiba tried to run all the way up to the top until his feet slipped. However, he was able to flip in mid-air and land on his feet. Sasuke cursed having to perform this damn exercise one more day once again. Shikamaru looked toward the tree with a sigh as he placed both hands in his pockets before he started to walk up 1 foot after another as he made it all the way up to the top. Kakashi couldn't help but sweat drop at the lace display. If the kid could only put some more effort into it, but if he did, he wouldn't be called an aura, would he? Well, nice job, Shikamaru. It looks like you mastered it. Feel free to practice your family ninjutsu if you wish. I also understand from Asuma that you're studying genjutsu. If you want any help, please ask. The Nara genius nodded as he took a seat by the tree, as he pulled out the genjutsu scroll that was given to him by Asuma. With Naruto. While the genins were training, Naruto and Asuma were at the construction site. As Naruto saw the state of the country and frowned. After seeing it, his respect for the old man went up a notch. Tazuna may have lied to Konoha about the mission, but he had good intentions in mind. While he was observing, Asuma was busy taking a seat on a bench nearby. He was relaxing himself as he took a smoke. His eyes then landed on his blonde genin. Hey Naruto, come here for a second. Naruto turned towards him and walked over, as he picked up a leaf off the ground. What is it, sensei? Naruto asked. Asuma tore the leaf as he handed it over to Naruto. I gather that you managed this exercise already, but show me, he said. Naruto understood as he placed the leaf between his hands, as he focused wind chakra. Around 3 seconds later, the leaf was sliced in two, as Asuma smiled in recognition. I figured, in your fight against Zabuza, you even used a wind technique, and you did so perfectly. As Naruto briefly wondered if the man had a question in mind, but when none came, he simply nodded. Your scroll helped a lot, Asuma sensei. I've been practicing the 2 techniques until I got the hang of it. So, you're also practicing the Great Breakthrough. To Naruto nod, Asuma urged him for a demonstration. Show me then, he said. Try clearing this mist so we can help the workers. As Naruto stepped forward and went through hand signs, as he molded the air inside of his lungs, Asuma watches Naruto expel it. The Jonin eye widened at the considerable amount of wind that came from Naruto's mouth. How was that? Said Naruto. Good. Better than I thought. Though you took a bit longer on that hand seal sequence. Keep on practicing, it will be better once you finish the second wind exercise. But that will have to wait for a while. Naruto did not want to elaborate that he already finished the second part. Time skip, Tazuna's house. At the end of the day, they walk inside to hear the ramblings of a child directed towards the Konoha team. Why are you all trying so hard? In the end, Gato will murder you all. Tazuna saw his grandson screaming at the Konoha ninja as he ushered him to stop. What's the point, Gigi? In the end, everyone that stands against Gato dies. The boy visibly complained as Tsunami scolded him and sent him to his room. Tazuna watched him leave with sadness in his eyes. I apologize for his behavior, everyone. Inari was a sweet boy, very energetic. Tsunami looked down as she had no more tears left in her eyes after what happened. It all changed after he witnessed his father being killed by Gato goons. The bridge I'm building represents the hope of the wave country. Without it, there is no connection to the mainland. And Gato control the ports and harbor in the area, not to mention the connection in the Waterlord office. This bridge is our only chance to save this country. After that no word offering was needed, that Tsunami went to the kitchen to fix dinner. Sometime later, Naruto was walking through the house corridor when he heard a child crying. As he looked to see Inari looking at a photo of his father and crying. "Excuse me, can I come inside?" Inari quickly pushed the picture in his chest to hide it as he looked at Naruto with anger. As Naruto raised his hands to show that he come in peace, "I just want to talk if that's okay." As Inari wiped the tears away, "I have nothing to say to you." As Naruto smiled in sadness as Inari looked away, he took a seat beside the boy, looking through the window at the ocean. "That picture is from your father, right?" Tazuna told us what happened to him. Inari flinched for a second as tears threatened to come back, but he held it in. "Like I tried to tell you all, father also stand against Gato. He was killed right in front of me. Dad was stupid like you all are, going up against Gato." Hinata was passing by as she heard it, as she looked to see Naruto talking to the kid. As she stood there, observing the two boys talking, "Well, I don't know about us, but in my eyes your father was a hero." Inari looked up in surprise as Hinata smiled at what Naruto said. "The fact that your father faced off against Gato with nothing but his bare arms showed the courage that he had above all else. It showed that he stood for what is right in the end. Inari fought hard and all, but he was still just a 6-year-old kid that missed his father. And Naruto's words made him remember his old man words. As Naruto only smiled as he held Inari in a hug, as the kid proceeded to cry right in his chest. "You know, I grew up an orphan, so I never got to meet my parents." As Inari looked up in surprise, as Naruto smiled at him, "I would have liked to hear that my father was a hero just like your father was. As a matter of fact, I somehow know in my heart that he was." As Hinata was quite saddened as she heard Naruto's testimony, it made her remember her mother, who died, giving birth to Hanabi. Still, she could see that Inari had stopped crying and was paying close attention to Naruto's words. "You really think my father was a hero?" he said. There was hope in his voice as he waited for Naruto's response. "Is there any doubt, Inari?" The kid smiled and nodded. "Now I need to do some training, but anytime you want someone to talk with, I'm here, okay?" As Hinata turned and left, as she walked downstairs, a smile on her face. Naruto had changed and became different, but every now and then she saw the old Naruto, the one that had gave her so much confidence and brightened her world to move forward, and that made her smile. Time skip with Naruto. As Naruto told Asuma that he would do some training before dinner. As Naruto was speaking from the heart, when he said that his father was a hero, but every time he asked a third, the man said that he did not know. Though Naruto knew that he hid the information about the Kyuubi, so the pattern was that he also hid information about everything else. It was the only explanation considering that he was a Jinchuriki. Being a person of interest to Konoha, there was simply no way that the third would not know everything about him, especially who his parents were. A long sigh released from his mouth as he found a nice enough clearing, covered by a heavy mist. Alone and isolated, Naruto decided to focus on his water manipulation training. Focus on the second Hokage words and the feeling of water through his points, as Naruto was able to feel the molecules in the air and slowly start to gather them. So engrossed was he in his training that someone was able to arrive in the clearing, as Naruto was none the wiser. "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that someone was here." Naruto's eyes opened fast as he relinquished control from his jutsu immediately, as he saw what appeared to be a teenage girl holding a basket. As Naruto went into high alert, concerned that he did not sense his person approaching. However, he could barely sense a Chakra network. It could be a civilian. "Who are you? What are you doing here?" She merely smiled and showed the basket. "Oh, my name is Haku. I'm only here to gather medicinal herbs." As Naruto approached and saw the slice of plants in the basket. "I see. So you're a healer then?" Haku merely smiled at that. "Yes, something like that, sure. I'm collecting these herbs for someone special to me." Naruto found himself feeling calm in this person's presence. There was no animosity or no killer intent. "Well, do you need any help, or are you finished collecting?" Haku merely smiled. "I appreciate it, but I got everything I needed." As Haku noticed a headband. "Say, are you a shinobi?" "I am." "Name is Naruto. Nice to meet you, Haku." "A pleasure to meet you as well, Naruto-kun. So if I may ask, what are you doing here?" Naruto debated on what to say at first, but after a time he just answered, "Training." I need to become stronger after all. Haku looked doubtful at that as he casually observed. Why? You already look strong enough. Is there a reason why you need to become stronger? As Naruto looked startled at the question, never once debating to himself the reason for it. Getting recognition, being one step closer to being Hokage. Those were the answers that he would have told before his meeting with the second Hokage. However, he remembered what the man had said to him, something that stuck with him. Naruto, use the skills I taught you to protect Konoha. As Naruto turned towards Haku, I need to get stronger in order to protect my village and everyone in it, he said. Haku looked surprised by the answer. Then you will indeed become stronger, Naruto-kun. When a person has a precious someone to protect, that is when they truly become strong. As Haku said goodbye and turned to leave, as those words had stuck with Naruto. As Naruto was lost in his thoughts, Sasuke approached and told him that it was time for dinner. Time skip. As soon as Kakashi was fully healed, the team stood in front of Tazuna's house along with Inari and Tsunami. The time it took for Kakashi to heal was basically the same time it will take for Zabuza. So give or take, this might be the opportunity that Zabuza might strike back. Inari looked a lot better than before thanks to his talk with Naruto. Tsunami and Tazuna were happy to see the more livelier vibes coming from the kid. Once the teams left, Inari even offered to help his mother with some chores, earning a happy smile from her. However, as he went inside to go to the bathroom, some guys showed up. Two to be precise. As Inari came back out, he saw his mother being tied with ropes with her hand. Mom? He said in surprise. Tsunami's heart clenched as she heard her son. No, she thought to herself, as both goons turned their weapons on him. So what do we have here? The one on the left with the iPad said, approaching Inari, who was shaking. Gato only ordered us to capture one hostage, so I can test my blade on you, kid. Stop. If you dare to even touch him, I'll bite my tongue and kill myself. You want a hostage, don't you? Said Tsunami. The guy turned towards her. Huh. Thank your mother, kid. She just saved your life. As he turned to walk away, Inari was frozen as he was crying. As he watched his mother being dragged away, and he was powerless to do anything. He could not do anything as he was just shaking in fear. He could not let this happen again. He could not lose his mother. He remembered the words his father said. For the things I hold dear, I will protect them with these arms of mine until the end of both of these arms, even if I might lose my life. Naruto's words then struck. The fact that your father faced the adversity of Gato with nothing but his bare arms. To me, he's a hero. Dad really was a hero. Inari wiped the tears away. Wait! I won't let you take my mother, he said. Inari was screamed at by Tsunami to go back, to run away, to leave. She didn't want anything happening to him. However, the thug on the right chopped her in the neck as she fell unconscious. Inari saw red at that as he charged forward, ready to attack. Despite the odds against him, the numbers, it didn't matter. All he was gonna do was to save his mother. That was the only thought in his mind. That is when two kunais whipped past Inari. They slammed right into both bandits' chests, piercing their heart instantaneously. They slumped over dead. Inari turned as he saw Naruto standing there, pulling his arm back. Big brother Naruto, Inari said. Tears in his eyes of joy. He rushed over to his mother and helped her up. A couple minutes ago, the real Naruto had received information from the tags that he placed around the house, so he sent a clone back to deal with them. Good job, Inari. Your father would be proud. As Naruto quickly passed some chakra through his mother, to awaken her when she saw that her son was safe, her shoulders slumped in relief and happiness. Naruto, but I thought you left. Did something happen? She asked. Nothing happened, I just placed a security measure to warn me in case someone tried to evade. Thanks to Inari here who stalled those goons, I was able to take care of them. As Nami wrapped her arms around her son and embraced him for dear life. Now, I don't know if more will come. Is there anywhere where you two can hide, said Naruto. Yes, I have a friend in town that can provide a shelter. We'll go there right away. As Naruto nodded. Let's go, Inari, said Tsunami, as Naruto made sure to move the bodies. Before he poofed away. Time skip, on the bridge. Naruto reported to Asuma as Tazuna got spooked when he heard that Gato would target his family once more, but he sighed in relief when he heard what Naruto did, as he thanked him. However, Naruto had to tell the Jonins about the Shadow Clone Jutsu and not to mention the Funjutsu tags. No doubt that Inari and Tsunami would talk about it, so he had no choice. The tags, despite being advanced stuff, could be excused, that Naruto had access to them through the library. However, the Shadow Clone Jutsu was a Jonin level technique, as he said that he broke in the library some years ago, before he became a Genin. It's not like either would investigate upon it, not to mention, he was not under the Hokage jurisdiction at that time, so everything was fine. As they stepped foot on top of the bridge, the workers were dead. As a heavy mist surrounded them all, the Genins quickly surrounded the client while the two Jonin stepped forward as they heard footsteps approaching. However, this was more than they thought. When the mist cleared, the Jonin's eyes widened as Zabuza stood there, along with the hunter Nin and another member of the 7 Ninja Swordsmen, Kurosaki Riga, and 10 goons behind them bearing blades. It showed that Gato was not saving expenses to get rid of Tazuna. Kakashi and Asuma tensed at the sight of 2 members of the Swordsmen. This mission had just rapidly bumped to A rank. What do you think, Kakashi? Asuma asked. Each one of us will have to face one of the swordsmen, Asuma. Naruto and Sasuke shall handle Hunter Nin, and the rest shall cover the client and handle the goons. Asuma released a sigh in dismay at the thin odds that they had right now. As he looked back, he at least felt comfortable to know that Naruto and Sasuke would be able to handle Hunter Nin. Now he needed to assign a third chain of command for the other Genins, as they would be quite occupied. Hinata and Shikamaru, you two shall coordinate Tazuna defense with Kiba and Sakura. The rest of the Genins nod as they completely formed the Manji formation around Tazuna. Zabuza and Riga for their part were busy, conversing with one another. Oi, Zabuza, what's the deal here? Zabuza looked towards him in annoyance. The copycat Sharingan no Kakashi is mine. You can deal with Sir Tobi Asuma. Riga showed his full smirk as he pulled out his Kiba blades and charged them with electricity, as each respective Jonins got into their fights rather quickly. The goons had rushed forward, however they were stopped by the other Genins, allowing Naruto and Sasuke to be in the middle with the Hunter Nin. Sasuke already had his Sharingan on, as Naruto could tell that he was ready to fight, as he could feel his chakra. As Naruto brought his arms up, I can see that you're eager to face him, so I'll act as your support, Sasuke. Sasuke nodded with a smirk, as he vanished, 2 kunai in hand. Sasuke attacked with ferocity, however the Hunter Nin kept on blocking every move that he made with 2 senbons. It doesn't matter where he struck from, the Hunter Nin was able to keep up with Sasuke's agility and speed as well. However, when the Hunter Nin was about to try and evade Sasuke's attack and counter-attack, he had to jump away from a barrage of kunais from Naruto and Shuriken. Sasuke was able to press the attack, as Naruto attacked from long range. As soon as the Hunter Nin parried Sasuke kunai, blurring through one-handed seals, surprising both boys. He then stomped the puddle of water on the bridge. Hidden technique, 1000 flying water needle of death. As the water turned into senbons and charged right towards the Uchiha. However, Sasuke jumped and evaded the attack, as he quickly appeared behind the ninja and landed a powerful kick. The enemy flipped and landed. Sasuke for his part got a smug look on his face. However, the Hunter Nin flared his chakra to show that he was just toying with the Uchiha. Both Naruto and Sasuke felt the sudden shift as the Hunter Ninja blurred through hand signs. Hidden technique, demonic, ice mirror technique. As Naruto was surprised when Sasuke was trapped in a formation of ice. Naruto stepped close to Sasuke before the mirrors closed around them. The Hunter Ninja then proceeded to sink into one of the mirrors before its reflection appeared in all said mirrors. As Naruto and Sasuke stood back to back, as Naruto could feel water and wind at the same time, an elemental mix. As Naruto unleashed his blade, Sasuke Sharingan looked around at all the Hunter Ninjas on the glass. So, shall we begin? Allow me to show you my real speed. Naruto and Sasuke were being bombarded with senbons. Their agility and Sasuke Sharingan though allowed them to block or dodge. Because of this, the Hunter Ninja increased the speed of the senbons, drawing first blood from the Genins. Sasuke blurred through hand sign and released a giant fireball. However, the mirror did not melt. You will need a stronger jutsu to do that, Uchiha. Now I'm afraid I can't waste any more time. Zabuza-sama needs me. The Hunter Ninja targets Sasuke, however Naruto jumped in, using increased speed to block the projectiles. Sasuke used a chance to target with fire-based ninjutsu. However, the Hunter jumped back inside the mirror, blending back with it. The same pattern kept on going. Haku would attack Sasuke and Naruto, as Naruto blocked the Senbon, allowing Sasuke to use the Sharingan to pinpoint Haku's position to use his fireball jutsu. One fireball was even able to singe Haku's leg. as they kept up with their attack. As the hunter decided to use other attacks while keeping the mirror active. Using his Hayaton base ability, the hunter created ice Senbons around Sasuke's location, flipping the game a bit. Now they had to worry about real Senbon and ice Senbon as well. As the hunter ninja was observing the both of them, they worked really well together, but the Uchiha was the one to beat first. Sasuke for his part was unaware because of a stressful situation that his eyes had developed into the two-totem Sharingan. As such, he started to see the opponent moving at slower speed to make him move faster to anticipate his opponent's movements. The problem was he could not see the ice Senbon behind his back, but Naruto was able to cover him perfectly, making his drive more pronounced. He was even able to grab the opponent's arm mid-flight and drive a powerful kick into his chest, as the hunter slammed into one of the mirrors with tremendous force. However, the hunter ninja proceeded to melt in the mirror, observing the Uchiha more closely. Now, I know how fearsome it is facing the Sharingan. Sasuke smirked at that, feeling the pride of being a Uchiha. I can see your pattern, Sasuke said. Now, you won't be able to land another hit on me. The hunter simply snorted at his words though, as Naruto noticed an infinite number of ice Senbons gathering around Sasuke. Sasuke, look out, Naruto yelled. As Naruto jumped in and deflected the ones that he could reach, Sasuke was able to kick into overdrive as he deflected the ones that Naruto were not able to reach. However, the hunter simply used the water on the ground to make more ice Senbons that came from the floor. While Sasuke was busy deflecting the ones up, Haku used the ones on the ground and shot it towards him. Naruto spun as he deflected several with his blade, but Sasuke was unable to catch the couple in time that came from the ground as they slammed into his neck. He cried out before collapsing. As Naruto moved towards him, he's dead. There's no need to mourn him, because you will be next. I gathered that he used the same technique that you used on Zabuza to put him in a death-like state, said Naruto, as he could still feel Sasuke's points being circulated with chakra. The hunter ninja looked towards Naruto as he got more seriously as Naruto cracked his neck. Well, I guess I have no choice but to actually let loose, said Naruto. Meanwhile, when I kill you, I shall receive a suitable bounty, and I shall give you a proper burial, said Reiga, looking towards Asuma, as he lifted both swords up, as he gathered lightning chakra as it transformed into a ball of lightning. He hurled it towards Jonin. Asuma evaded the attack rather quickly as he charged, keeping the fight close range. The two Jonin level shinobis clashed weapons once more, but Asuma had the superior element that negate Reiga lightning and the Kiba blade's effectiveness, as he slammed a brutal kick into his stomach, blasting him away. As Reiga flipped and twirled on the bridge, Asuma wasted no time as he blurred through hand sign. Fire style, he said, burning ash as he released a black smoke from his mouth. The moment Reiga was enveloped, he clicked his teeth as it combust. Reiga, on the other hand, used a water barrier on his body as he was able to burst out of the technique towards Asuma. The bearded Jonin was surprised as Reiga rushed towards him. As Reiga charged his blades with lightning till they started to hum a bit, Asuma extended the reach on his blades as you could see the visibility of wind. However, Asuma element won as he was able to slash right through the lightning. He tore and slashed Reiga across the chest. You can't win this fight with lightning, Reiga, Asuma said. The swordsman cursed as he used the hidden mist technique to disappear in the mist just like Zabuza did. I guess you're right, Sir Toby Asuma. Then, I shall change strategy. His voice echoing the clearing as Asuma stood ready, with his weapons laced with wind chakra, ready to attack. Spurting out his chakra trying to find him, Asuma's eyes snapped over towards where the Genins were, as he saw Reiga making his way over there. Wasting no time, Asuma flashed through hand sign as he moved. This technique need to be aimed properly as he placed his hands up. Wind style, dust cloud technique. From Asuma's mouth, a high velocity wind surge containing dust particles. Reiga only had a second to place his blades in front of him to protect himself from the blast. The hit caused great pain inside of Reiga. His element was lightning, thus he was weak against wind-based technique. Asuma kept on the offensive, picking up his knife once more, as he rushed forward and pierced Reiga in the chest. However, Reiga smiled before he burst into water. Asuma cursed as he realized he replaced himself with a water clone at the last moment. He then spun and blocked the blade from behind him. Yes, indeed. You don't disappoint, do you, Asuma, Sir Toby? I shall give you my strongest technique, Reiga said, jumping back. Reiga held his blades up as he received lightning from the dark clouds. His body was enveloped in a lightning armor. Reiga then started to spin fast as the elements started to spin, as it turned into a vortex of lightning, turning into a giant dragon's head. The result was like Asuma was hit by a giant lightning bolt that simply came down from the heavens. As Reiga slowly approached, seeing the down Jonin on the ground. As Reiga raised his hand up until something ripped through his back and pierced through his chest. Looking down, as blood puked from his mouth, the Asuma and the ground poof away. Shadow Clone. Asuma said behind him, "That was a rather nasty technique. If I was hit by that, I would have surely hurt like hell," said Reiga, as he proceeded to fall over dead. Back with Naruto and Haku. "So, you were waiting for your partner to be taken care of, to show your true skills," Haku said. For a minute he thought that he saw a kindred spirit inside of Naruto, as Naruto's thoughts drift towards what he was implying. "No, actually. Seeing your pattern of your Senbon, I was protecting him, stopping them from reaching his vitals. Sasuke here is quite stubborn, and he would be a pain in the ass if he saw me taking the initiative. Now I can feel this technique of yours taking a lot of chakra from you. I bet it takes too much chakra to maintain, doesn't it?" The hunter said nothing as he proceeded to attack Naruto from all over the place. However, Naruto's speed seemed to have doubled as he blocked every Senbon. None of them got close to him. "I see, you're indeed faster than before. But unfortunately, it will not be enough to stop me," the hunter said. The hunter seemed to be blinking through mirrors, using reflection as he moved incredibly fast. The Senbons even increased in speed, making it difficult for Naruto to block them all. The reflection was like jumping from space-time. But it was not that fast though. As Naruto saw the trick of it, not to mention the pattern, as Naruto deflected while his mind was working a mile a minute as he dodged and deflect as best he could. As Naruto landed in the center, normal and ice Senbons charged towards him from all directions. Naruto molded water chakra inside of his Tenketsu as he gathered water from the air, water style, water encampment wall. The hunter was shocked when a typhoon of water wrapped around Naruto, blocking every one of them, but Naruto was not done yet. Water style, tear and turn technique. The typhoon of water spread and slammed into every mirror at the same time with tremendous brutal force. The hunter was blasted out of the mirror. As he hit the ground, however, he got back up the mirror, being enough to protect him from serious damage. But Naruto appeared in front of him, blade covered in wind chakra. As Naruto's sword tear across his mask and slice across his right bicep, the hunter was able to jump back crying in pain. As the mask broke, slashed in half and fell off his face. Naruto was shocked as he stood there. Haku? As Naruto stood there, looking at the down Haku, his sword was set in a way so if Haku tried something, Naruto would be ready. However, Naruto realized now that the drop of blood that was coming from his blade was from the very same boy. Yes, Haku was a boy that he met the other day, the one that told him a lifetime lesson. However, this one was Aiden Zabuza. "Why?" said Naruto. "Why indeed, Naruto-kun," Haku said. The bloodline that trailed from his mouth did not stop the smile on his face, however. Naruto knew that it was an empty smile. "Why are you siding with a man like Zabuza, after that nonsense you spoke about being strong and protecting?" Haku stood there silent as Naruto vented. The number of people that he murdered, the number of atrocities that he committed. However, Haku looked like he could not care less. "Aren't you going to kill me, Naruto-kun? After all, I am the enemy, right? Why bother talking about it?" Naruto snarled before he flashed in front of Haku with the Sunshin, surprising Haku by the speed of it before he slammed his fist right in Haku's face. Haku was sent rolling as he could feel the anger behind that punch, as he realized he struck a nerve. The Konohagakure for his part was indeed furious at this point, but then he calmed himself remembering the second Hokage teaching about letting out emotions in the middle of a mission nonetheless. "You will need more than that to kill me, Naruto-kun. Or is it possible you're feeling pity? Or is it possible you have not taken a life yet?" No, he had taken a life when he had saved Inari, but his hesitation was not because of Naruto freezing up, but he was thinking about the final deed. Naruto lowered his blade as Haku thought about the chance of attacking him, but Haku could feel it in the flare of his chakra. If he moved, he would strike him down. "I have killed before. Rest assured I will not hesitate to do so, to finish this mission." But I still wonder, why would you associate yourself with someone like Zabuza of all people? That's easy. I owe him my life, Haku said. As Naruto gave him a skeptical look, do you know how it feels to not be needed by anyone? To live day to day without a dream, the pain of it all. What's that got to do with anything, said Naruto. However, Haku saw it, as Naruto could not hide it that well. I can see it in your eyes. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You can't hide it from me, Haku said, as Naruto snarled and looked down bitterly towards him as certain memories started to flash up in his mind of the people of his village before he met the second. I do remember you saying how you need someone strong to protect, but why him? He can't be the only person in your life, said Naruto. A long time ago, I had other people special to me, my parents. As Haku told his story, as Naruto stood there and listened all of it, about his bloodline, about him born in the land of water, everything. His mother told him never to use it, but the accident and his father find out. His father killed his mother and then tried to kill him as well. As Naruto overheard all of that, he had no choice but to kill his father. Left on his own, he was found and safe, given a purpose by Zabuza. And thus he decided to follow him, become his tool. But all of that is now over because of you. You have rid me of my purpose. So all there is left is for you to kill me. Haku walked towards Naruto, as Naruto gripped his blade tightly, as his eyes looked up towards a hunter and ninja who moved in, as Naruto held up his blade to deliver the final deed and end Haku's life. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next part, and do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification as they posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the movie over Anime Prince. And I hope you guys enjoy, guys. And yeah, without further ado, or wasting no more time, what do you say we jump right into this brand new episode? What am I saying? Let's get the hell out of here. See you guys soon. Peace.